Then guys, we are now doing the 10C from Stourbridge to Norton. Now this is also the other route that's going to be cut off because we've done the 10A, now we're doing the 10C, and it's going to be, and I know it's disappointing to see the loss of the 10A and 10C completely, but however the 10A is empty, but however this one has picked up, because if you remember when Diamond did this, now this also replaced the Diamond 288, and Diamond is really, now felt like that there's nothing left on this route now, because due to the end of 10, because it's due to poor tender usage. So of course there's the select bus 242 just right there, and that's en route to Kimber, and that replaced Green Bus, which did this service originally, which did the service originally, which replaced a former the old Diamond 228 route, and now that route had got wrecked because due to the fact that, well, it has gone back through Wollaston Junction like what the 228 does, did, and the old 227, but however, the service just no longer goes to Merry Hill, so that means Merry Hill no longer has the link to Kimber. So it's a shambles, you'll see lots of great routes around Stourbridge. The only routes that's sustainable that continuing is the 8s, 9s, 6s and the 16, and of course the 17, 17A and the 125 and the 142 and the 318 and the 242, but I'm not 100% sure about the 57 yet, but I think that one's been retained by Diamond, by NX. I think they're keeping that service running as normal, but you don't know what's going to happen yet. But I know that service has been retained due to the fact it interworks with the 17, but that could likely get the chop. I don't know. It's all up in the air at the moment because you don't know what's going to happen with all these routes all going. So we're just going past the Stourbridge garage. So this is the Mercedes garage. So the Stourbridge garage, the Mercedes Benz, which also makes minibuses, like especially they also do the buses like the Citaros, and they also do the Melostratas as well, and the Sprinters. I know Diamond's got a lot of Sprinters. Well, they're now at back at Redditch Depot because they're built for the DRT service in Bromsgrove. Well, Kidderminster Depot did run the DRT up until September time, because due to the fact that Redditch lost all the Stratford work, also all the Solihull work, well, most of the Solihull. The only Solihull routes they do now is the 69 to Bramwood Park and also the A1 and A2, the Danswood. So that will possibly be the only service left, and of course the 89's going as well, Solihull to Coventry, from Portal Common. But I think Stagecoach might likely take over that team, but I don't know if they want to fall for it. So, hot fuel. routes, but they will be missed. So Stourbridge has like 2 circulars, well 3 circulars, but they'll soon be all vanished. 298, 299, Brickball Fields, 250, 251 Merrick Hill, which I think they'll save them. And of course this one here, the 10A and 10C. The 57 is also a circular, so it goes around Porgy. So we're actually doing what was the 288. Hello there guys, and as you can probably tell, that this is going to be a new service that's going to be starting in Stourbridge in January of 2023, and it's going to be the 88 from Stourbridge to Norton, which is basically like the old 288 route. Now the reason why the background is blank because we just don't know who's going to be running the service, but I believe Diamond's going to be running it because due to the fact that it will be serving the grounds of Stourbridge Junction Station by serving the car park area. So it will be serving the car park area, so just ignore the noise in the background. So as you can probably tell that it will be serving the car park. So anyway, here we are coming into the car park of Stourbridge Junction Station. So this is the car park, so we'll be dropped off at one of the, so it will drop passengers off at one of these bus stops. Now the reason, and this here was actually filmed on the Bangor buses at 1X, the Stourbridge Shuttle Rail replacement, which was only in place due to the coronavirus pandemic. But however, there's now going to be a regular service going to be serving this section, so that's going to be brilliant. There was a regular service, the 242 Stourbridge to Kimver, that was Merrill to Kimver, but they rerouted it back through Wollaston area, just like the old 288 days. So here we are. There. So then guys, we're now at Stourbridge Junction Station. So we're doing this new 88 route that's going to run Stourbridge to Norton. So we'll be joining back on with the 10C that's going to take us down towards the Norton area. So the next route, so we're now going up the Chorn. So now going up the Chorn now. So there will be more videos to come on Joe's Bus Train Black Lift Adventures. And yes, there will. So I will be uploading the channel on updating the channel on a regular basis. More exciting videos that will be delivered to the channel. So I will deliver more videos on the channel, so I can keep the channel afloat. And we will. is the tracks of the snowmobile. So then guys, we're now on part with Pedmore and Old Swinford on the service 10C. So we've done the 10A, we're now doing the 10C. And of course this is the route that's also going to be facing the potential cut income the new year. So it's going to be a disappointment to see the loss of this service. Now, as you probably know, this service was introduced the same year as the 10A, running between Stourbridge, Norton and Pedmore Circular. Before, it was a direct route towards Norton. So this route has been operated on behalf of IGO, Hanson's. Quite a few routes used to do this service, but now this route is totally withdrawn. It's going to soon be totally withdrawn altogether. So it is going to be a big shame to lose such an iconic route. But however, with these iconic routes, they're now coming to a complete end. So they will be missed. I'm sure they will be missed. But however, it's due to all the money costs of maintaining the services. So most services can no longer be affordable to continue as long as they decide to renew their contract. Certain routes might try their best to get renewed, but I don't know what's going to happen just yet. Like I say, there's no guarantee at the moment, so I can't guarantee what routes are going to get to change. They might change the number, might change the route around, but I just don't know what's going to happen. As you say, there is no guarantee, so I cannot guarantee if anything like that is going to happen. So I have to look at the draw and play it by ear and just see what happens. So what we just have to do is act now. That would be one professional thing to do. We just have to act now and see what happens, because I know it's important that our services are vital for customers who need to get from A to B. Of course, because that's what buses are built for. And even though you can travel on them because they are fun, going from one destination to another, but these are circular services. So we're just going around part of the Norton area and back of Mary Stevens Park. So it is going to be a shame to lose this iconic service. So as you probably know, I've just been looking at some old Midland Red routes on Midland Red Net. Now, if you know the 37 that used to go Worcester to Bavaria, that was actually went the same route as the 303, and went to Stourbridge. So it went to Stourbridge Library. So it went same way as the 303, and then same way as the 125 down to Stourbridge. And terminated at the Stourbridge Library. It didn't go into the bus station, it went to Stourbridge Library. So that was a good service, to be honest. That was a brilliant service. And then it just went Worcester to Bavaria from when they withdrew it, because then they withdrew it and replaced it with the 303. So that's the route we know today. And of course the 36 goes to the Royal Hospital. They've still kept that service running, so that is great that they've got that service running still, the 36, and quite a few of the handful of the tender routes. I'm so glad they've still kept the tender routes going. So that is brilliant that they've still kept them afloat. And of course the 37 used to go to the Harleys. It used to go to the Lippard Tesco store, but it doesn't anymore. Of course, there was a 37C that used to go to Blackpool, and the 38 used to go to Lowerwick. But now, as we know today, it goes to the Royal Hospital. Used to go to Purdyswell and Warndon. So there was quite a few withdrawn services across Worcester.
And of course there used to be a 40 from Kidderminster to Cornsall via Cuckley, which is now known as the 9A and 9C. And of course there was even a 40A that used to run to Kimver. So it possibly went the same way as the 582. So I will look at into the 40A, which used to run to Kimver. So that was a good service, the 40A. So there's quite a few long lost routes that have gone for good. So there was even a service to Oxford from Chipping Norton. But however, the 44 that goes to Great Malvern, that's still running. Hopefully that will still continue in the new year, but because I know that is a popular Midland Red route. There's quite a few Midland Red routes still around. They've still kept going. So there's quite a lot of old abandoned routes have now been taken off. There was a 54A that used to go from Redditch to Oakenshaw circular. The 55, that's now been withdrawn because that's now parting with the 52A. So there was a 55 that used to go, that's now the 52A. There was even quite a few routes. There was a 56 as well. There was a 56. There was a 60 to Matchborough, 63. So there was quite a few routes that have now gone. And it's because when you lose all these services, that means you lost them for good. Even if they were popular, it is a shame to lose all these good routes. And of course you had the 108, that's now the X50.
Okay then guys, so we're now heading towards the Broadway part at Norton now. So we're now heading for Broadway now at Norton. So just by the Renault garage and by the old Greyhound pub. It was also a Citroen garage, and now it's gone back to a Renault. So that was the Citroen garage. So we're now going up the route of the old 288. So it will be great to see that the old 288 will be reinstated but numbered the 88. So I'm really happy to hear some great news that the old 288 is going to come back into service after many years of operation. After many years of being closed down, but now it's coming back. So here we are in Norton.